So I'm choosing a very fair beigey taupe shade, and what we're going to do first is lay down, I call it a stencil, you can call it a roadmap, of what would be the most ideal contour for her eye. Now realistically, you're going to really think about beforehand what type of look. Are you going to create more of a round eye, or are you going to create an eye that is really more elongated and more winged? Okay? I'm going to do one that's somewhere right in the middle. She's got a perfectly balanced eye, which means that the space across the eyelid is completely equidistant. So you're not having to really do any type of manipulation. Okay. So I'm going to start with a soft airbrush, which traditionally looks like a watercolor brush. Start at the outer corner and work right on the brow bone.
It's almost like a little windshield wiper method,
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. And I've done the same thing over here, and the color I'm using is an Inglot color, and it's just a very, very, very light color. Some of you might think, oh, well, I would have, oh, it was actually this one. No, it wasn't, it was this one. Some of you might have gone right to here. We like to use lighter colors and build our base. So I started here, and keep track of how many times you go over that color. I went three layers on both sides. So again, we're just talking about what seems to work for us. The other thing I would like you to notice and pay attention to is how we stand and how we move. Meaning that we're not like, you know, we both stand pretty firm with our feet in the ground. We both are pretty loose with our elbow movement, which I think is important.
All right, the next thing I'm going to do is go into creating some dimension with the eye. So now that basically we've worked with creating the neutral template, now I'm going to follow with a pigment of airbrush, and we're going to build in some depth right along what we put down.
And what color are you using?
I am going to use a shade which is ideal really more for medium, for fair medium skins, called Shadow. Now, when working with airbrush, your pigments are very concentrated, so you really don't need it to use a lot. You will learn very quickly how much money you're wasting every time you overuse and pull too much product out. So you always make sure that less is more. You can always go back and get more product and put in your palette tray, or add a few more drops.
So you saw I put in 2 drops. We're both actually using the same color because I'm going to do the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of depth to that shadow base that I just put on. You always want to push down first for air, hold that for pink. Okay? We're not going to really teach you tonight. We're just going to actually do the application, but there are some things you want to remember. I'm going to move these when you're airbrushing, and that is you want to always set your makeup after every couple applications of airbrushing. And I like to have her head just totally straight. Now I don't have any paint coming out yet. I'm just actually doing hair.
Very good. All right. How did that feel?
Great.
She was like, yeah, really? Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Look down. All right, good. You heard, head back a little more. You heard Deborah mention earlier you always have to count your passes. So I did 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from here.
I'm going over with my second pass, now I'm going over with my third pass.
Okay, good. This is where Deborah and I may take different directions. I'm now going to go right to shadow, and I'm going to start creating a little bit more color onto the lid.